That was a look at the Brandeis women. A couple of members of the women's team getting taped up. The Spartans and the Judges will play at about 1 o'clock. Nice backdoor cut in the feed to Colin Sawyer.
That's exactly what Brandeis wanted. They drew that. I'm sure they drew that up at half. They want to get Sawyer going. He's 2 for 6. He was 1 for 5 coming into the half. You know, someone that averages close to 16 points a game. And look at that, a steal right there.
Lean with the steal. Dylan trying to control it. He finally does, and bang, bang.
Suddenly it's down to 7. Yep.
It was a 4-0 start for Brandeis. You'll remember Eastman hit a 3. He was fouled.
Great pass right there.
Wow. Corniger had 6 assists in the opening half. He's got 1 more there to Hines. Lane will shoot it. Won't go. Brian Hines with the rebound.
Case still sticking with going under the screens. Worked out for them there. I think they're going to try and make Brandeis, you know, shoot out of this funk they're kind of in right now.
Little hand check foul by Terrell Brown. Mitch Prendergast in your shot there. Had a real nice opening half shooting the basketball. That was important for Mitch's confidence.
Absolutely. 3 for 5. 2 for 3 from 3, as well as making 2 free throws. He had a nice little reverse layup in there as well. You know, that's exactly, ooh, nice pass right there by Fowler. Exactly the confidence boost he needed, especially after a slow game Friday.
Brian Hines has been the recipient of 2 real good looks from his teammates. Hines has got 6 points.
Hey, Ron, I actually don't want to undersell what Hines is doing. I think a lot of people might see that a lot of his shots are close to the basket. These are, a lot of the time, are not gimmies. Brian's shooting a lot of the time with people on his back, hard contests, and he's still able to make them. A big reason why, you know, Corniger's got a lot of assists because Hines is able to put him away and finish him for 2.
Hines set that screen to give Mitch Prendergast the opportunity to knock down that 3. Brandeis wants a timeout. Let's keep it here. Let's talk about Brian Hines, if we can stay with that case huddle. You were mentioning, you know, people on his back, scoring inside, not as easy as it looks. And then he does those other little things too, like he sets that high screen almost every offensive possession. And he grabbed the defensive rebound to lead that break, went down, set the high screen for Prendergast, and that turned into another 3 for Mitch. You see Brian in the top left of our shot right there. He's getting a drink of water right now out of the Gatorade. Here's the screen.
Now look at me. He ran into it, and you couldn't tell because it went into the shot, but he was already looking to dive right to the basket. One of the biggest things coaches harp on with their big man is just being energetic, whether it's running into the screens, diving to the basket. You know, just a little bit more energy sometimes can be the difference between you being open on a slip for a dump pass from someone like Griffin and you not being open if you're just walking down to the floor. And Brian's done a great job this whole year sprinting into ball screens, being active on defense. I mean, talking about defense, he's already got 2 blocks today. One of the leading block leaders on the team, I believe.
He's got 24 in the season. Prendergast, or actually that was Corniger, with real good defense. Just a better shot by Colin Sawyer. Averaging 16 points per game. He's definitely one of the threats offensively for this Brandeis basketball team. Mitch, beautiful pass. Wow, nice block. Hines stayed with it. How about the block inside by 6'2" Terrell Brown? We talked about it earlier as Brian's going to go to the foul line, but Terrell Brown is all over the floor. He's at 6'2". He's going to get in there and get a little of Brian Hines. Actually, I guess he didn't block the ball. Yeah. Brian just missed it, but it sure looked like a block. Brian's having trouble with that backboard right now.
Yeah. Got him on the back there. Brian was still able to grab the board, put it back up. And just what we were alluding to there, the energy. You know, first one doesn't go in, stick with it. It's important for the Spartans. I believe it's only the 3rd offensive board, or maybe only the 2nd offensive board they've had all day.
Fowler with a big rebound. Mitch with a second opportunity. Missed it left. How about Hines?
There we go. Push the lead back to 14. He's a problem right now. I mean, looking around, the judges don't really have anybody to box him out. He's a big body. Making his presence felt.
51-37. Approaching 3 minutes gone in the second half.
You know,
For the rest of, I'm sorry, Jack.
No, if you see Brandeis, you know, they're smaller. I think they might be a little bit more agile almost than Case right now. So you might say to yourself, you know, okay, let's try and push the pace. I think that's probably the last thing they want to do. Get this into a track meet with Case. And unfortunately for Brandeis, they're going to need to figure out a way to stop Case in the paint first and then move it out if they want to kind of try and get back into this game. 14-point lead, a long way to climb back.
Todd McGinnis looking down that Spartan bench. It's a lot of great effort off of his bench. This is Eastman spin against Frilling, the reverse, and the graduate student making it look easy. He's got 11. Mitch out top. Sawyer with good defense. Griffin sees a seam in the lane, looking for a cutter. He'll take it himself. Shot was missed. Fowler comes up with it. Oh, Spartans missed a couple of bunnies.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd like to have those two back. Much more active on the offensive glass already just in the first couple minutes of the second half.
Off a screen, Colin Sawyer. Sawyer sees the floor so well. He sees where his teammates are at, and he uses them to create looks.
I believe he's got 8 now. Either 3 for 3 or 3 for 4 right now in the second half. He's starting to get going.
Brandeis on a 4-0 run. Foul in the backcourt. It's going to go against Hines. Spartans, after stretching it to a 14-point lead, have gotten a little sloppy. Plus, they missed a couple of, pretty easy shots.
Missed a couple of bunnies. Still very much so in control of this game, but you can see a lot of time left.
Although, Jack, it's easy for me to say they missed a couple of easy shots
yeah.
as I sit here on my stool calling the game. Eastman out top with Frilling on him. Sawyer's trying to post up Prendergast, and Collin went right, and Eastman's pass went left.
Little miscommunication there. Again, they're very telling. You have a pop out right there for Eastman, and then do a pin down for Sawyer. Essentially just put in, we're going to take 2 of our best scorers and just make them play together and see if you guys can stop them.
Watch it curl. Hey, trail it. Tommy, trail it.
If the Spartans win today, they'll have won their 17th game. And that's the most in school history in a single season. Here comes Eastman the other way for Brandeis. Tommy's got it top of the key, and he walked with the basketball. Little ball fake on his former teammate, Cordiker. Also, if they win today, they'll have their 7th win in UAA play, and their best record history-wise in the UAA was 7-8. They did that back in the 1999-2000 season. It was Coach Bill Sudik, the Hall of Famer. That was his final season. There's a lot of work left to be done, though, if you ask Griffin Corniker and his teammates. They're not concerned about 17 wins or 7 wins. They're concerned about today. Wow, Cole Frilling went down. I hope he's okay.
that
looked like it could be a real bad injury.
Oh, boy. He looks okay.
They had some problems with the floor in the first half. Then they had the machine out there at halftime cleaning everything up. It's not like there's condensation or anything on it. It's not like we're sitting on a hockey rink.
No, not at all.
Roof's not leaking. Boy, that was frightening, actually, the way that everything collapsed underneath him.
Reassuring when he popped up. Those are the ones where you don't want to see him on the ground for very long.
Using with the basketball, Hines on him. Eastman will control it. Tommy working against Ryan Newton. Coming out, reverse layup. That obviously is a drive that he likes because he does it very well.
He's finishing actually pretty well with his left hand, but right now he's been purely right-hand drives. If Newton's going to stay on him, I'd like to see him, trying to at least Wow, great shot there by Prendergast. I'd like to see him try and force him left, at least try and show that he can make one, or at least go all the way to the basket fully left.
That stops a 6-0 run by Brandeis, Jack. That was a huge shot by Prendergast. This is Lean with the basketball. A lot of movement out there. Using against Brian Hines.
And Brandeis right now is using a lot of diversion. They're setting a lot of off-ball screens. In reality, they're essentially all just coming back to some sort of pin down for Sawyer. And Case is doing a really good job of not biting.
Mitch Prendergast looks out of control when he's doing that, but he is totally in control of his body. And the finish is proof.
Another one. Does that put him up to 18, Ron?
He's got 18. Steal, Cornicker saves it. What a save. Mitch gonna roll around too.
Good effort right there.
Boy, Mitch and Griff look like they were 12 years old again, just flying all over the place. They're gonna walk over and point at each other, and they'll give each other a little skin on the. Speaking, there's some skin on the floor right now. Both of them left a little. Like that, right?
You have to. Those are the kind of effort plays that you want to see in a winning basketball team. Up 11, you're still showing that kind of effort. You're going to need to hold off this Brandeis team. They're going to keep coming.
Spartans were 13-12 in that last complete basketball season before COVID hit. That was 2019-2020. Judge is going to walk it up.
We could hear the refs talking just a second ago. There wasn't a change of possession, so if you notice, the shot clock's actually under 10 right now. Don't have too much time.
Clock's at 5. It will not matter. Judges 3-4 on the road this year. They lost on Friday night to the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon in Pittsburgh. And they're here at Cleveland this morning. Mitch, catch and shoot.
That looked on from over here, Ron.
It did.
Just a little short.
This is Sawyer with a ball fake. Collins, step back 3. That looked on too. Harris with the rebound.
Just not falling right now. I mean, mid-range is going. I'm sure he wants that three-pointer to start and fall so we can, look for that as we keep going.
Nasser gets a screen from Using. This is Colin Sawyer on the dribble. Kicks it out. Sam Nasser thought about shooting it. Shot clock's at 2. Somebody's got to shoot it. Using will. Missed it right. Loose ball out. Newton chases it down. Toby Harris just ran into Cornicker. It's just two guys going the same direction. And the foul's going to go against Toby Harris. That's his 3rd.
Ron, you saw actually Sawyer was upset that they didn't shoot the ball at the top of their key right there. Nasser didn't shoot it. That's part of the nature of having a shot clock is, especially people that have played in high school. A lot of high schools don't have shot clocks. You can kind of wait for the best shot. If you don't like your one, you can wait. You can pull out. You can just run more offense. Where in college, if you have 15 seconds left and you get a wide open shot, that may be the best shot. You get the whole possession.
Fouls on Terrell Brown. That's Terrell's 3rd. So, Jack, you've got 3 on Brown and 3 on Harris. The judges are going to take a timeout. It's a full timeout, a 60-second timeout. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
There's a look at the University Athletic Association locations. Jack, it's a great conference to play in, isn't it? I mean, you get to go to Chicago, St. Louis, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, New York, Boston, and your home base is Cleveland.
Absolutely, and I personally think, playing basketball here, you're a little bit spoiled. You get to fly and drive. You get to fly and drive to these amazing locations, get to see these different cities. You're essentially on, a small scale, Division I type travel schedule. I have a buddy who plays baseball, and he essentially drives everywhere, right? He's like, oh wow, you guys get to fly. So very interesting, very fun to go see all these different locations, and obviously overall great to go to excellent institutions, great schools, and play some great basketball.
Back, good.
Spartans will inbound it.
Talk to him.
This is Prendergast off a screen. Mitch going to dribble it in himself. Little soft right-hand hook off the glass. That's just beautiful. He did a little Harlem Globetrotter fake with the left and then went with the right.
Tough to guard.
Meadowlark Lemon.
Great touch there, too.
See me now? And then puts it up somewhere else. Using finds a teammate. Open look in front of the Brandeis bench was missed, but Using brings it down. Tommy Eastman. He does not miss much. Eastman's got 16.
That was a nice in rhythm three right there. Exactly what they wanted. Cuts it to 10.
Ryan Newton trying to answer. Boy, he just stood there and kept that follow through. It was beautiful.
Newton's a testament to hard work. Freshman year, especially if we just look at the three-point line, as Nassau right there hits a three. Newton had a lot of struggles freshman year from the three-point line, and right now, especially in these last couple games, he's hit a lot of key threes.
How about threes? That's 4 threes in a row.
4 in a row.
Team. 2 possessions, 2 threes for both teams. They've hit 4 in a row.
Keeps the lead at 13.
Thrilling. Saw Cole's family in that cutaway shot from director Mike Becker.
Oh, great spin right there.
Eastman's starting to take over. Eastman's got 18. Spartans have 64. Judges have 53. Here's the graduate student for Brandeis finishing against Frilling. We'll be back.
Have you heard the news? That Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4 Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
It's a good look. I need a little extra help up on top of my head right now. Old age has kind of thinned it out. Maybe I should get one of those pom-poms. Wear that every now and then. Think anybody noticed, Jack?
Never know. Never know.
You know what? Really a nice crowd on hand for it. This was an 11 a.m. start on a Sunday, cold Sunday morning.
That really is, yeah.
You know what? If you've got a newborn like that one, you're up anyways. So might as well go watch a ball game.
Absolutely. And not much better to watch right now. 11-point game, a lot of basketball left to watch.
She looked very comfortable on her father's lap. Cole Freeling. Cole's red hot. He's got 14. Prendergast has 20. Cornicker seems like he has 10 assists. Mitch, way out! Holy moly, that was from the, I think that was from the art museum.
You know,
you're speechless, Chad.
They're running this 2-3, and they've done it a couple times, and every time they're leaving Mitch open. He's just getting shot after shot. I don't necessarily, I guess, at this point know why they keep going to it if they're just going to keep letting the threes happen, unless they're hoping that he eventually misses them.
Well, that's not working, right? He's got 23, and that includes 5 3-pointers. Cornicker drawing the defense. Bob Fowler, a little spin.
Nice move, Bob. Put him in a spin cycle there. Easy bucket there for Bob.
Should we call him the Maytag man when he does that?
Or Whirlpool?
Whirlpool. Nasser with the floater. He's got 10.
Hey, X1 through 5. X1 through
Boy, there again.
Another slip, yeah.
Wow. I mean, Griff's looking at that right knee. That did not go well. So there's a timeout on the floor, and Griffin Cornicker is trying to see. He's sitting on the bench right now, wincing. You'll see, I think, as we let this replay play out. No, that's the Bob Fowler whirlpool spin.
Yeah. No, that's the perfect time, Ron, to use a spin move. When you have someone going, you kind of beat them a little bit, but they're catching back up. When you use that spin, you can see Fowler got him on his back, and at that point, with his length, Sawyer had essentially no chance of blocking it. It was just up to Bob to finish it.
Jack, I've been doing games here for 17 years. I don't know that I've ever seen as many slips as we've seen in this game. That's not a dramatization, I don't think. There have been several on a dry court. What do you think's going on?
It is a lot going on. I do remember, Ron, there have been issues. I don't know if necessarily cases had issues. I remember one time, I think there was an issue where it was really cold and then it got warm, and this was like in the fall time when we're hovering between turning on the air conditioning and turning it off, where I think there was an issue. But it's 20 degrees out, I think, over here. I can't imagine that was the issue.
Well, Griff's still walking a little weird on that right knee. He's got a soft brace on it anyways, almost a knee pad. That's Fowler controlling. I mean, he's the glue that holds this team together, Cornicker. Here's the spin.
It's either playing Mitch tight. I'd like to see him get it back to him.
Top of the key, Frilling missed it short. Bob Fowler on defense. Colin Sawyer's going to shoot free throws.
If they're going to get him for 2.
One thing we have not seen a whole lot of is substitutes in this game on the Spartans' end.
Exactly, really not that much. They didn't go too deep in their bench, and they played a little bit more in the first half, but if we're talking in the second half, only a couple deep. They're sticking with their starters. Obviously, they had Newton in, and that's pretty much it.
Usually we saw Thorburn a little bit and Hunter Drent in the first half, but we have not seen Flory. Saw Rashid for a heartbeat. Sawyer's got 9 points, 7 in the second half. 8:45 left in this game. Spartans up 13, but boy, it seems a lot tighter than that.
It really does, and Brandeis switching to a little bit of token pressure right here, just trying anything at this point to get Case out of the rhythm.
Hines against Eastman out top. Gonna go back to Ryan Newton.
I like this matchup right here for Newton. Yep, take him right down in the post. Just
Ryan
a little bit
had
short.
the shot he wanted.
Yep,
You're
just a little short.
Long pass, saved by Sawyer, almost. Boy, Colin did a great job. He landed kind of weird on his right knee. Long three, how about that? Prendergast, he's just feeling it. I mean, he's in a place that not many people get to.
This is a nice, gonna call it travel right there. Nice comeback game here. He's gotten into the rhythm. I don't think Brandeis, with 8 minutes left in the game, I'm comfortable to say that I think if Brandeis were to play Case again, they would not guard Mitch the same way.
Let's talk about Mitch for a second. He and Bob Fowler and Cole Frilling, definitely the top outside shooters on this basketball team. Coming into this morning's game, have not shot the ball well as Ryan Newton scores inside. They were 1 of 17 against Wash U. They were 3 of 14 against NYU, so that's a combined 4 for 31. And those are 3 guys that expect to make the ball every time they shoot it. And they've pretty much done that this year. They're all like 40% three-point shooters. So it's great to see Mitch answer with authority. I mean, he has just been outstanding today. And Frilling as well, and Bob Fowler. Beautiful feed.
Good pass. A lot of key contributors. Oh, it's going to go to Brandeis. A lot of key contributors for the Spartans right now really stepped up. And it shows. They're up 18. This is the bounce back game they wanted. I mean, 74 points right now we're on. With a lot of game left to go. They average 85 a game over the year. Wouldn't be surprised if they get a little bit over it, to be honest.
In their last 2 losses, they've scored 70 and 68. So today's an important comeback. Eastman got tied up along the baseline. They'll say he stepped on it. The women's game will follow. A tip at approximately 1 o'clock.
Yep, just lost the handle on it right there. You know, so Ron, if we take a look at the standings right now, as you mentioned before, Emory's 9-1, Case 6-3, WashU 6-3 as well. They just had a loss last night to Emory, putting Emory in this, 2-game lead right now. Case winning out today will put him in nice position to stay tied at second. Good take right there. A little too hard, but it puts him in a big position for next week's game against Emory, where you play, the top dog and hopefully get even better position to moving into the playoffs.
Next week, as Jack said, the Spartans travel to Atlanta to take on Emory. They travel to New York to take on Rochester. Those are 2 huge games in the grand scheme of, chasing an NCAA tournament bid. Prendergast for 3 in front of his teammates, left it short. Mitch chases it down.
Oh, that touched him.
He threw it off of Lean, and then it hit Mitch.
They missed it. They missed it.
Yeah. You'll see it here on this replay.
Hits him. Hits Mitch again. Yeah, it should have been.
Hit Mitch on the thigh.
Should have been Brandeis' ball.
Mitch knew it. But you know what? In the defense of the officials, they were just blocked out from it, I think.
Couldn't see it.
They could not see it.
See it, Toby, see it.
Inside 6 minutes to play.
Look at X, look at X.
After those 2 games on the road, they'll finish the season on a Saturday here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. And Brandeis is going to get the basketball. They'll finish the season on Saturday against Carnegie Mellon. That's Gene Bain, 45 and 26 in his 4th year leading the judges. Coach Bain's got quite a resume as his sharpshooter Sawyer misses. He was 2 years an assistant at Columbia University in Division I, then he was associate head coach at Dartmouth from 2012 to 2016. He's done well here with the judges of Brandeis. Frilling with muscle inside. Cole Frilling.
So long, practices that shot. He's able to initiate some of the contact, create a little bit of space, and get the shot off. And Ron, not many people in the league can honestly play great defense on Cole. It's mostly up to, is he going to make them?
Sawyer misses. Newton pulls down the rebound. Bob Fowler's going to call out the play. He's running the point with Cornicker out. I hope Griffin's out just because he needs a break and not because that knee's howling on him.
Look at that, another one to Mitch.
Prendergast with the floater off the glass, and it drops in. Boy, that hit the edge of the rim. Looked like it was going to go out, and it came back in. That kind of morning for Mitch Prendergast. This is Harris, cut off on the baseline. Lean will lean in, miss the shot. Here comes Hines with Prendergast the other way.
Good pass.
Newton right side. Ryan's going to get called for the charge. Nice job by Colin Sawyer stepping in, setting his feet.
See if we can get the replay here. Was he there? Yeah, they're probably going to get that most times.
Boy, when you set up on a break like that as a defender to take that charge, you got to get ready to get hit too. I mean, it's not gonna feel good. I don't think Colin's feeling really good right now.
No, it's definitely something you kind of grow into. I remember when I was young, you used to do, your coaches, you got to get used to it. Like you just said, you got to be able to anticipate contact, there's somewhat of an art, you could say, to taking charge to make sure you're not going to hurt yourself.
How to absorb the blow, you mean?
Exactly. And one of those ones, where you got someone as big as Newton running you over, if you put both wrists back, ooh.
Boy, I'm glad the fans were paying attention on that one.
Like a field goal. If you put both wrists back, you could worry about fracturing your wrist. So it's something you get used to, and then you start playing college, and now you got people, over 200 pounds coming at you. It's a little bit more scary, but these guys can take a hit.
Inside 4 minutes, Spartans up 20 in a game that's been really much closer than the score indicates. Fowler's going to throw it away. There are back-to-back miscommunications there. One by the judges, one by the Spartans.
Now, Ron, you actually mentioned earlier about the lack of subbing for the Spartans. I wouldn't be surprised, potentially in these last 3 games, if the bench does get a little bit shorter. If the rotation goes down maybe to only 8 or 9, he usually goes close to 10, 11, 12 deep, especially in the first half. Wouldn't be surprised if that stays tighter, as these next 3 games are, the utmost importance for the Spartans to win.
Mitch Prendergast, but the rebound from Brian Hines. Hines has had a heck of a second half.
Great finish right there. Did all in the air, too. Grabbed it. Little circle as well.
Boy, Hines, he's got 10 points, 8 in the second half. Brian on defense. Sawyer with good movement. This is Brown thinking about it. Now he'll shoot it and make it. That was smooth. Terrell Brown's got 7.
Keep working. Come on, White. Come on, keep working.
2:30 and counting left in this basketball game. The women will follow. Spartans against the judges on throwback weekend here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Ryan Newton and his teammates wearing the brown and white jerseys.
Gave it to him. There you go.
The Case Institute of Technology. Ryan got that drop step by Colin Sawyer, had his body in front of him, drew the foul. Want to thank our production team as always. Kevin Gibson, up center camera, Brian, baseline camera, and Brian Trail working the replays led by our director, Mike Becker. They'll be here for one more. And then one more weekend, just a Saturday, as Carnegie Mellon comes to town.
Doing a little bit of a line change here. Getting a little bit of the reserves, some time. 19-point game, 2 minutes left. Coach McGinnis thinks it's in the bag.
Jeremy Callahan now in for the Spartans, along with Jason Lewis, Jaden Prince, and Josh Levy. Newton, the only player remaining in the game with significant minutes. This is Brown. Brown got hammered inside.
Ron, this could always be an interesting time, especially for the players that get, some time to play some minutes right now. You're coming in off the bench. You've been sitting for a while. It's kind of hard to get reacclimated, but everybody's trying to prove himself. So you see the guys playing hard right now, playing hard for the Spartans, trying to prove that they can have some time, and especially you got a lot of young guys out here that the future's bright.
You're exactly right. Ian Elam, one of those players. Ian came in for Ryan Newton, so it's a brand new squad out there. We'll reintroduce you to them coming back.
Have you heard the news? The Intercontinental Cleveland has earned its 10th consecutive 4-Diamond Award from AAA in recognition of its high-quality accommodations and exceptional service standards. Planning an important event like a corporate meeting, annual conference, fundraising gala, holiday party, or highly personalized wedding? Choose excellence in the Intercontinental Cleveland. Our planning professionals will take time to consider every detail and lead you through an experience which is proudly world-class. Call us today at 216-707-4100 for more details or to request a tour of our spectacular accommodations.
Ron Jantz, Jack Vaselaney. 2 minutes and, well, actually 1 minute, 52 seconds left in this basketball game. So let's reset that Case Tech Institute lineup right now. Josh Levy, Jeremy Callahan, Jaden Prince, Jason Lewis on the floor right now. Ian Elam's also there. Judges on a 4-0 run.
Trev might be working a little bit, but it might just be a little bit too late.
Jaden Prince found Lewis. This is Jason with the basketball.
Good, match up. Good D.
Spartans in no rush. Just winding the clock down.
Clock's approaching a minute. Jaden Prince. You know, Jaden was one of those 3 Spartan teammates that didn't get to warm-ups on Friday night till a little late because they were in an organic chemistry exam.
Yeah. I don't know if there's too many ball players you can say that about.
No. Where would you rather be? On the basketball court or in an exam?
You know, I've definitely thought that before, Ron. I'm sure every kid in college has thought in the middle of an exam, you know, there's a lot of places I'd rather be right now.
Especially if you weren't prepared for the exam.
Good, hands.
You know, got to hand it to him. And, you know, the pandemic actually, not to go on a little sidebar, but actually has done a little bit of a favor for you know, players that have to do a lot of travel, because Zoom has made everything so much more available. You know, you don't sometimes you don't have to miss class. You can still watch it. You can meet with professors a lot easier. It's made going to school during, you know, the conference season. I know it's difficult, but it's made it a little bit easier.
That foul's going to go against Josh Levy. And that's going to send Derek Justice to the foul line. There's a look at Derek. Justice will get 2 free throws. He's a junior guard out of Haymarket, Virginia. Highland School. Number 12 for Case, Diego Echevarria. I hope I'm correct. Diego, if I'm not, I apologize.
Echevarria. I remember I had a couple guys on the team tell me how to pronounce that because I asked them. Diego Echevarria. I hope that's right.
Echevarria, first-year player, guard out of New Milford, Connecticut. So high back home to Diego's family. You know, Jack, one of the neat things about being able to do these broadcasts, a lot of these players are from all over the country, and we have had more than our share of parents walk up to us here at Horsburgh Gymnasium, in town from Houston, in town from Florida, in town from California, saying thank you for bringing us these broadcasts. When we're at home, we get a chance to watch our sons and our daughters on the broadcast, so it's our pleasure.
Absolutely. You know, Ron, I have a great time doing it. I'm sure you do as well. And you know, I know when I was playing, my family was a big fan of being able to watch it. So glad myself and Ron can provide that.
It's going to wrap up the game, 80-66, the final. It'll say a 14-point spread, but it's been closer than that. The Case Institute of Technology Rough Riders, subbing in for the Spartans of Case Western Reserve University today, are glad to get out of here with a victory. That snaps a 2-game losing streak, Jack. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. Looks like we got Mitch coming over.
Thank you very much.
Mitch Prendergast has joined us here courtside after I think I got you for 28, Mitch. I'm not the official scorekeeper, but needless to say, you had a heck of a ball game.
Thank you, sir.
You looked like you just were feeling it out there. I mean, you were taking those shots off the pass, you know, catch and shoot like you do with confidence.
Yes, sir. Griff did a great job starting off the game, trying to get me a couple easy ones, and then from there, everyone was setting great screens and just looking to hit the open guys, so it worked out.
Mitch, was that important to get off? You mentioned get off with some easy ones early. If you look back at the last 2 games, you, Bob, Cole, 3 of the top outside shooters on this team, you ran into a little cold spurt. Things weren't falling like you're used to. So confidence level-wise, feeling good, it's important to get out early, right?
For sure, yes, sir. And I think Coach and Griff did a great job starting off just trying to get us open looks and rhythm shots. And that kind of carried over, and hopefully we can carry that over to the next couple games.
Mitch, is it a one-game season right now? What I mean by that, today was the season. Next Friday night in Emory is the season. Next Sunday in Rochester. I mean, because you guys have got goals, obviously, unsaid. We know what they are. And really, with 3 games left to play, each game is important for you guys to reach that goal.
Yes, sir. That's definitely how we're looking at, one game at a time. And, we have a big one against Emory. They beat us here, so we're looking to go there and hopefully send a message.
Coach McGinnis told me at halftime, one of the messages that he talked to you guys about Friday night after the loss, Saturday when you gathered, before the game today on Sunday is, fellas, let's have fun again.
Exactly. Yes, sir. That's what he said. We kind of stopped having fun the past couple games, and in the locker room, that's what he told us. And I think we came out both halves and just looking to have fun. And when we play like that, it really works out for us.
It does. It did today.
Yes, sir. It did.
Mitch, great job.
Thank
Go in
you
there
so
and
much,
have some
sir.
fun with your teammates.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right,
have a
Mitch
great day.
Prendergast off a great outing.